Hey, welcome back to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, and trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so you can easily choose the best watch for yourself in the comfort of your own home. We offer the lowest prices anywhere online, and if you'd like to know the price, simply click on the links in the description below. We greatly appreciate if you purchase your next watch from us at JazzTime.com. Today we'll be going over a Rolex Day-Date 40 with an ice blue dial. That means it's all platinum, smooth domed bezel, with index hour marks, reference number 228206. We'll be going over the case, the dial, bezel, the crown functions, as well as the movement inside and the bracelet, and I'll be giving my thoughts on all of these throughout the video. Now, I want to start this off by saying that this is sort of like the king of subtlety, because you have to know quite a few things about Rolex in order to actually fully appreciate and understand this particular model. All right, so when it comes to the ice blue dial, generally, the ice blue dial is only really offered in platinum formed watches. Now, all platinum watches do not always have the ice blue dial, but the ice blue dial only appears in platinum watches. Keep that in mind. And as well, president style bracelets only occur in precious metals: gold, yellow gold, rose gold, or platinum in this case. All right, and again, this domed bezel, not very common in day dates. Most people tend to get day dates with the fluted bezel or even diamond bezels, but the smooth bezel here sort of keeps it a little concealed, and the index hour marks makes it a little bit, well, I wouldn't say muted, but a little bit more, how should I say, a little bit more reserved in its looks, because you don't have diamonds here, you don't have the Roman numeral hour marks in those turquoise colors, you have index hour marks. All right, now anyway, this is the Day-Date 40, and as indicated in the name, it's 40 millimeters from finger to thumb. All right, it has the monoblock middle case with the screw down case back and the winding crown to ensure water resistance down to 100 meters or 330 feet. Again, this is all platinum, high polish along the front and sides of this watch. Very beautiful, very heavy as well, because platinum is a very heavy metal. All right, and continuing on to the bezel here, again, smooth bezel, all platinum as well. Now, when you have this smooth bezel, a lot of people like to assume, or tend to assume rather, that it's a steel bezel, because most likely it is going to be steel, but the telltale sign here is the dial. The dial, the ice blue dial, is only offered with platinum watches again. So, and also we have a diagonal motif here, as Rolex calls it, a motif being a repetition, a sort of theme within, say, a literary work, a painting, or even a piece of music. And in this case, it's a diagonal motif, meaning that it's a bunch of squares arranged in a diagonal pattern. Now, there's no way to say that this is necessarily a diagonal pattern. You could say that these are just inverted squares in a vertical pattern, but they call it a diagonal motif. And a lot of that is helped with the sunray patterning on here. So you see more diagonal, you see more pie-shaped diagonal lines on this dial. And using, the Gestalt, forms of perception, say like, kind of like a hybrid of common fate and good form, where you can actually see all of these tiny squares working together as one large unit that just sort of travels in diagonal directions, as well as the overall presentation here. That they're all individual squares generally, well, or you could say that it's just a bunch of lines on an empty background. Either way, that is sort of the mind game here played by Rolex on this motif, this ice blue motif dial. All right, now the hour marks here are index hour marks. The only other offerings here are diamond and the sort of Roman numeral hour marks, also matching in blue. But here we have the index style hour marks, and I believe this is where this form of the watch actually has its own unique advantage, is that the index hour marks are the only type of hour mark that has the chromolite luminescence, and that allows this watch to really shine very brightly in the dark. And it's actually clipping my highlights here as I'm looking at the monitor for my camera here. So extremely bright, and stays bright for such a long time. All right, I'll turn the lights back on. And as you saw, the chromolite is applied to the hour and minute hands, as well as the index hour marks, all 18 karat gold as well. All right, now the day date has the day at the 12 o'clock position and the date at the 3 o'clock position. And looking at the functions of this watch, all right, we can see that it works as you would expect. Pull out to the first position, you can wind the watch. If you're at a dead stop, it takes about 20 to 30 full winds to get it to the full power reserve. Pretty easy enough. All right, pull out to the next position. If you rotate the crown clockwise, you move the date forward by 1 each time. If you rotate it counterclockwise, you move the day at the 12 o'clock forward once each time. It's about a quarter turn for each iteration. All right, pull out the crown to the final position. You have the hacking seconds function, so you can then appropriately place the minute hand precisely, press the crown back in to start up that seconds hand, and wind it tightly against the case to ensure that superior water resistance. What makes all of this work? It's the inside, the movement. You can't see it through the back, but you certainly get your platinum contents worth here. And also, a little side note about the back here, you know you're dealing with precious metals. When you see these tiny little dots here underneath the lugs, those are the hallmarks showing you that you're indeed working with precious metals, and in this case, platinum. All right, now again, the movement on the inside, the 3255 made in-house by Rolex, it has a plus or minus 2 second per day time differential. It has the center hour, minute, and seconds hands, instantaneous day and date in those apertures, the 12 o'clock and 3 o'clock with the unrestricted rapid setting. That means that you can set the day or the date at any time of the day. You don't have to wait between 6:30 p.m. and 8:30 a.m. to wait. You don't have to wait outside of those hours to set the day or the date. If you're traveling and you need to set the day and the date correctly, you can do so any time of the day. It also has the stop seconds for precise time setting, as I had demonstrated earlier. It has the paramagnetic blue parachrome hairspring with high-performance Paraflex shock absorbers. That means that you can get relatively close to magnets. You can take a few bumps with this and it won't affect the timekeeping abilities. It also has the bidirectional self-winding via a perpetual rotor. That means all you need to do is just wind this to its full capacity, and the natural movements of your wrist as you wear it will continue to wind it up to the approximate 70-hour power reserve. Impressive, nearly 3 whole days of power reserve. You can set this down on a Friday evening, pick it back up on a Monday morning, ready to conduct business, no need to wind the watch. Now, looking at the bracelet here, again, this is a president-style bracelet, semicircular 3-piece links across, mixing the best of both worlds, the Oyster and the Jubilee bracelets. The Oyster having the strength of only a few links, 3 across, while also having the comfort and the silky smoothness of the Jubilee bracelet underneath. All right, and looking at the clasp here, we have the concealed folding crown clasp, only featured on smaller Jubilee bracelets as well as the President. To open it, simply just lift the top and it unhooks very easily. Now, very special on this watch, we also have a sandblasted buckle, so you can really see that stamped Rolex logo on there very clearly, as the sandblasted part really diffuses the light very beautifully. And again, you have hallmarks on the inside, so you know you're dealing with platinum as well. And while we're here, I can try it on and give you my thoughts as to how it wears on the wrist. Now, again, this is a Day-Date 40, a 40mm watch. Very, very long lug span here, lug to lug span. So I'm getting not much bracelet here, more case, which is certainly a good thing, especially when we're looking at this sort of dial, the ice blue motif dial. It has a very distinct look to it that, again, you can only get on platinum style watches. Now, on the wrist, it's incredibly heavy. I know this, I know I'm wearing a watch on my wrist because platinum is probably the heaviest thing I've ever held in terms of its overall volume to weight ratio. The lugs sort of taper outward. Let me zoom in here. The lugs sort of taper outward, not so much downward. So if you have a smaller wrist, you'll have more overhang of those lugs, and so you'll get additional breathability. Not a bad thing, and it really doesn't point out or stick out all that much if you have a smaller wrist than mine, a 7-inch circumference wrist. All right, now the counterweight of this all platinum bracelet against the case, not quite enough to, really make it a centralized, weight distribution. So I feel like I'm throwing around a ball and chain on here, but you have that constant reminder knowing that you have a precious metal watch, platinum watch specifically. This thing is a chunker, and only in its weight, because again, this is what I call the king of subtlety. When you look at it, you think, well, it could be white gold, could be steel. Well, I can probably just assume it's steel, but actually it's platinum. And again, this ice blue dial only available on platinum watches. If you just happen to know that ice blue is only offered on platinum watches, then you know that it's platinum. But otherwise, other people, they probably won't even realize that this is a platinum watch. And even this smooth domed bezel, it's usually on, it's more a feature on, say, Oyster Perpetual watches and Datejust watches, and not so much Day-Dates, and certainly not, any other style watch. So when it comes to the overall presentation, subtle, but very unique and very elegant. And, who is this for? I'd probably say it's for anyone who sort of wants to invest, have a really good investment, because this is an excellent watch. Good overall presentation. It's something that you can wear to any special meeting, any presentation, where you don't really want to stand out too much, but anybody who asks will then find out how much this actually is. Not so much the value, but what you hold in your heart, what you know about this watch, how much heft you have to carry around every day, assuming that you wear this every day, how much heft you are carrying at the moment. All right, this is for the people who want to keep it sort of on the down low. All right. Anyway, enough of what I think. What do you guys think about this watch? Let us know down in the comments below. And be sure to like this video, as it really helps us out. Be sure to subscribe, as well as hit that bell notification so you can be notified when we go live with another video like this one. And as always, if you'd like to purchase this watch, visit our site, jazztime.com. Links in the description below, and we'll see you in the next one.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model, and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.